Did you look at Shiny Tracker? Shiny Tracker? What is Shiny Tracker? Wait, I think I know what it is. Yes, I have just now. Okay, so, Hobo, can you hop onto a call with me, because I do not understand how this works. First of all, you got to change the font. At least for me, like I have like. Okay, maybe it's just me, but I have astigmatism in my left eye. So this is like this terminal font is a bit like really hard for me to read. All right, if you can hop onto a call, that's gonna be great. All right, hop into my community Discord in the pre-podcast area. There we go. What's up, Bobo?
Hi.
Hello. Now I don't know if people can hear you. Can anybody like chat? Please tell me if you can hear him.
Hello.
I can barely hear you, honestly. Give me a second. Right, you are in the right. You can hear him. Nice. All right. So could you tell the chat who you are, what you do, and all that?
Johnny Hobo. I've been tracking Star Citizen development since I backed in 2016, and when they made changes to the progress tracker and the roadmap in general, they told us, uh, you know, don't look at this stuff too closely anymore. And I thought, okay, well, I guess they want us to look at the progress tracker itself, and there's a lot of information there, and you'd have to be a robot to see all the changes that happen each time it gets updated. So I made a robot that does that. And then I made a website so it made it easier for me to read it.
Okay,
So
apparently there was some echo, so there shouldn't be echo here anymore, right? Chat.
Is there echo?
Yeah, but it's on my side because all the routing is fucked up because I didn't have time to fix everything up for like podcasts and stuff like this. Is the echo gone, guys? I guess it is. Anyway, please continue. Sorry to cut you off.
All right. So the robot looks, it's a Discord bot that I made for my org, and because they were interested in this, I made 2 reports initially. So there's a Delta report that looks at the changes from one version of the progress tracker to the next,
Okay.
and it tells you. I mean, if you click into the, I wouldn't click into 517 because nothing happened for that one, but 553 was really good. Also, I would just zoom in,
Zoom
to be
in.
honest. Yeah, like control, scroll, like
Yeah.
zoom in. Yeah,
Gotcha.
make it better. You must be on like a 4K monitor or something.
Yeah. Ultra wide.
Yeah, yeah. I haven't been developing for that. Eventually, I'll get to it. But yeah, the progress tracker, it tells you things that were added, things that were removed, and everything that was changed in between. And it can see when things get pulled off the progress tracker that are mentioned in the roadmap roundup. Sometimes those things are bugs, sometimes they're not. It sees how all of the times change and how many developers shift from one version to the next. The Yeah, and you're looking at it there. So it's like one engineering dev was previously completed all their stuff. So it tells you that one of those disciplines, they're done working on it for that scheduled period. The other report, the scheduled deliverable report, and that looks at deliverables that are currently being worked on, that are currently scheduled, and it looks forwards 2 weeks to the next one. That's the only time period that I think means anything on the progress tracker because it moves around so much. And it does some analysis. If you scroll up to the top, you'll see a thing that says extra analysis. Click me. If you expand that, it's a whole bunch of extra analysis.
Okay.
Yeah, and it tells you the breakdown of all the work. One thing my bot can see is all the gaps and how the time is distributed. You can't see that on the OG progress tracker, but my bot can. Go back to the homepage.
Alrighty.
And
I copied the link in the chat
oh, okay.
so everybody can see
Yeah,
it.
and you can click on the either that picture there of the scheduled work timeline or the link to it.
Of the doggo?
Not the doggo. That was my dog Hugo.
Was?
Yeah, he died in December.
Aw.
Right on my
Sorry.
birthday.
Well, that's just like, god damn it.
Yeah.
Hmm.
But now
Oh,
everybody
okay.
that follows my project will remember him. He'll live on forever. So
That's cool. Now,
yeah.
this is something that I can understand, honestly.
Yeah. So this I made it. I have backups of the progress tracker going all the way back to August of 2021. There's a drop down for it. You can sort by teams. You can sort by deliverables that are just for Squadron, just for Star Citizen, just for both, and things that are in progress.
Mm-hmm.
And when you apply those filters, it modifies everything here. So you can see how things change over time. I tried to make it colorblind friendly. I know some people that are colorblind. They said, yeah, this is fine, and ran it through some bots as well, like with filters. But the green represents full-time tasks. The yellow represents
Oh,
part-time.
wait, people
Sometimes they're
can't see the
stacked.
whole thing. Give me a second. There we go. Now you should be able to see the whole thing. All right, please continue. So, green ones were what?
They're full-time work.
Okay.
That means that whatever developers that are assigned to that, that's all they're doing for that time period.
How do you, so you take it from the progress tracker and you see if they are working on anything else in like parallel? Parallel?
Yeah,
Okay.
so the progress tracker has exposed database endpoints
Mm-hmm.
in the background that I reverse engineered.
Okay.
Tried to pull as much stuff information as I could out of it. And the information that's included there are the individual time schedules, those little
Okay.
bars. So I'm displaying them, and sometimes they stack. So you can see some on there. I think they're in there. They're like stacked up. So like the top is green, the bottom is yellow.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And it means that some of the developers on the task are working on other deliverables as well, while other ones are fully on. And I think it gives you a really good breakdown. I was talking to the Astropub about it, so Paul
Mm-hmm.
there, and for specifically Squadron 42 chapters, uh, an interesting thing that we saw was that in October, all of the deliverables went full time.
Well, how can I? Okay.
Apply.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
so you
did.
got it.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
if you scroll down, you'll see a lot
Chapter
of
one.
stuff
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
on the left, yellow, and then after September, October, it becomes green. They're like really hitting it hard. You can't see this kind of stuff
Mm-hmm.
on Six Tracker, and I made this because I wanted to know this information, and then I figured maybe other people would like to know as well, and I'm I'm trying to make it usable.
Yeah.
I made it for me.
So, I'm trying to. So, what do you think that this means? Like the chapters in Squadron 42, and that like all the developers are working on them since what,
Well,
April? No, actually, even earlier, October. Okay.
you know,
Do
Paul
you?
Shelley from the Astropub seems to think that this means that they're gonna come out with some information in CitizenCon,
Mm-hmm.
especially if you combine this information with things like Squadron being pulled from the store for a price change.
Yeah.
Why would you increase the price if the value of the product didn't increase? Presumably, it's because you don't want to tell people that we're going to do something with it so they can buy a bunch of cheap keys and sell them on eBay. That's the thought process.
Yeah.
But I go out of my way not to put any of my opinions on what the data means on my website, and I leave that up to the interpretation of the readers or other people to do meta-analysis on it.
But well, what do you think? Like this is not the website, so I might as well ask you. Because I believe, like even before seeing this, I thought when I saw that they were like removing Squadron 42 from the store that they will give us like a new vertical slice during CitizenCon this year.
I can't say for certain, but I do think that something is going to be happen. On one thing I thought was interesting with the last few schedules is that historically the chapters always bump up right to the edge of the quarter.
Mm-hmm.
You figure that they're going to get extended. Most of these aren't at the edge of the quarter. They're not at the edge of a month. They don't like break down like that. Usually it's like a straight line, very jagged right now.
Yeah.
And I think that's interesting. I mean, the monthly report says that they're finalizing a whole bunch of stuff. I think a lot of stuff says something important's going to happen soon, TM.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, we're not gonna get it this year. Like that's not gonna happen. Aaron Roberts said like, what was it? Last year during one of the bar citizens, he told one of the guys that was there that they need like 2 more years working on Squadron 42.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's going to come this year, but
Yeah.
I do think that they probably have something to show us at the very least.
Well, that's cool. Is there anything else that you want to share with the world?
Uh, no, I don't have anything else going on. I mean, on this website specifically, though, I'm working on a single deliverable history
Mm-hmm.
version, so that timeline, but you'd be able to see
That would
a
be cool.
single deliverable
Yeah.
and then every version that ever existed and how the devs numbers changed over time for them. So you could see how people get reallocated. I don't know, just different ways to look at the data.
So I just search or apply the filter for the Polaris, and can you explain like this dotted line?
Yeah, if you hover over it, it should tell you some information there. So that's the vehicle content team,
Mm-hmm.
and I think they've just been doing art for it
Yeah, yeah,
for
yeah.
like 2 months. Not 2 months. 2 quarters. Um, and I think that just lines up with them saying that it's in white box.
Yeah, they're working on making it
They're working
going
on
to white box.
assets.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What's up, Star Streams? Um.
but one of the reasons I made this view specifically is the mop and bucket meme. People look at the progress tracker and they'll see mop and bucket has been in development for like 93 weeks straight,
mm-hmm.
which is insane. But if you
So
filter by mop and bucket on here, you'll see that they've only been working on it for like 6 weeks total.
you know what? But the progress tracker itself does not go like you can't see what happened in 2020 because I remember when I started playing this game, it was like end of 2020, and I remember that Mop and Bucket was on the progress tracker, and then it got taken off, and then like it was back on, and it was off and on and off like multiple times.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it,
you
it,
see
it
there, this
basically
is
became a
a huge
meme.
thing. They didn't touch it at all last year.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And
Amazing.
each of those little bars is about 2 weeks, so they've been working on it for 6, 8, 10 and a half, something. I can't really say how much work part-time actually entails. My reports, I calculate it as like a 40% load based on my own software development experience. But
So you're a
hard
software
to say.
developer.
Yeah, I'm a senior software engineer.
Ooh.
So
Which company?
I
If I
can't
can
tell.
ask. Okay. Okay. Never mind. Never
But I
mind
am
then.
I'm a software consultant. I work on a lot of different projects for a lot of different companies.
Games or not related to games.
Not related to games.
Okay. Okay.
I'm not particularly interested in working for game companies, mostly due to, crunch and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Also, their salaries are generally lower than what you can get working for a company like Amazon or Best Buy or something. Not that I work with them.
All right. Fair
Uh,
enough. Okay, so anything, I gotta get you onto a podcast so we can talk about this a bit more. But I gotta like make scenes for a podcast and all of that in my OBS. You got a
All right.
cam, maybe?
I don't like being on camera.
Okay. Okay. I guess we'll see. At some point, maybe you're gonna get a camera. Alrighty, thank you for this, guys. There we go. I shared you the link. It's an amazing thing. Honestly, I just looked at it like just before I started streaming, and I was so confused with like the amount of clickable things here that I really hoped that you were gonna be online so you can like tell me what's this all about and how does it work and all of that. So thank you for this.
I'm on my lunch break. You got me at a good time.
Nice.
All
Alrighty.
right.
Thank you.
I'll watching. Have a
Alrighty.
good one. Bye.
Bye. So there you have it. Honestly, it's an amazing thing. And this whole thing with the mop and bucket, like on the progress tracker, you can see that they were working on it for fucking ages. But actually, what he said, they were just working on it for like a couple weeks, and that's it. So there you go. All right, you guys like this? I love this, and I love the community that like around Star Citizen, and the fact that everybody's trying to make stuff like this. Like for example, if you go to the CCU game app, you can see the amounts of funding raised per month. And that's like the thing. Let me actually see if I can open that. Give me a second. Dude, the scroll wheel on this fucking mouse never worked, honestly. Alright, so CCU game.app, and it gives you this. So here you can see like the amount of funding or the amount of money that CAG got from the backers in the past years since the start, since 2012. And this is like the thing that like Montoya and most people use. Like they just make a screenshot and talk about this. Yeah, it is one of the best communities in gaming, honestly. So yeah. Also, this just fucking broke my heart. Anyway, I'm not gonna cry.